Here's the truth about addiction. It's not somebody who had a bad upbringing, abusive childhood. It's not somebody who was poor, went through financial hard times, had no money growing up, who has financial problems, who doesn't have a great occupation. It's not somebody who had everything when they grew up, wealthy, finance, good job, loving parents. It's not somebody who has no education. It's not somebody who has a very good education. It's not your bricklayer or your CEO or your celebrity or your movie star or your sportsman or your shopping person or works in a supermarket or works in a school. No. The person with an addiction can be all of those people. It covers all realms. It covers people who had nothing, people who had everything, people who masked problems and people who never had problems. And here's how it works. It works exactly the same, no matter what background you come from. It sneaks up on you. You don't see it coming because it comes up really slowly. It's camouflaged. It's like a sniper in the woods, full camo. You don't see it coming. You might get a little glimmer now and then, but you keep looking, but you don't see it. And you think, that's not me. You see your friends, their usage has become more frequent. And you're like, that's not me. And then you see other people using every weekend. And you're like, that's not me. And then you see people who use every day. And you're like, that's not me. Because you're just that occasional user. You're just that once a month user. And you only use it socially. That's what happens. Until all of a sudden, it's not the occasional use. Until all of a sudden, it's not the once a month use. Until all of a sudden, things happen in your life and it's your go-to. When all of a sudden you're stressed and you're running to your dealers to pick up. When all of a sudden you get a big bill coming that you didn't expect and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay that? And you run to your dealers. When all of a sudden you get a bonus at work and you run to your dealers to celebrate. When all of a sudden you've had an argument with your partner and you run to your dealers to deal with it. You didn't see it coming because all of a sudden it's now your go-to to deal with all your emotions. Positive, negative, good, bad. And then all of a sudden you're just like that other person. You're not just using it once a month. You're using it every weekend. Perhaps you're using it 2-3 times a week. Perhaps you're using it every day. And you didn't see it coming. Because I've never met a single person with an addiction who said, I know, I'm going to start using this substance. I'm going to start using cocaine. I'm going to start using this addictive substance. I'm going to start using this drug. And one day, I'm going to end up using it all the time. One day, I'm going to have a compulsion to use it. Of course not. Nobody thought that at the beginning. Nobody thought that at the time. It suddenly creeps up on you. And that's the truth about addiction. You'll never see it coming. You'll never see it creeping up on you. But it does, slowly, gradually, until it gets you. And then once it's got you, it's like become a voice inside of your head. It's like you've got this internal dialogue. On one side, you've got the angel. On the other, your addiction, the devil. And the angel's going, no, don't do it. And the devil's going, yeah, but just do it. No, don't do it. But yeah, just do it. And there's this argument, like a tug of war. And before you know it, the devil's winning. And the devil continues to win and continues to win until one day, if you wake up, you decide to do something about it. You see, you didn't see it coming, but you can put an end to it. You can take control, because I've seen thousands and thousands of people who've stopped using, who've turned their life around, who've changed the way they think, who've changed the way they feel. Because once you change your psychology, you change your emotional reaction, and you can do it, my friend, because I believe in you, and I know that you're capable of doing this. You know, in the words of Nike, just do it.